I focus on, but I always say it's no longer a game of hide and seek, it's a game of show and tell, right? So like this whole notion of, an offshore trusts and structures and, secrecy. I mean, secrecy doesn't really exist anymore, right? And at least on in the US side. So even if you set up an offshore trust, for example, or a structure, I mean, for me and anyone I will ever work with, I will always make sure that they report, right? Because of course, like, going through and doing the and, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, doing all the tax returns, I'm, 110%, behind. And like I said, we only work with people that will do that.
Mhm.
So, but it, again, I mean, it is about staying compliant, but of course, being smart about it. And as I mentioned, I mean, there are a lot of rules where you can, deduct expenses, reimburse yourself for home office, for renting your house to your business. Yeah, I mean, again, moving offshore and paying 10.5%, moving to an offshore trust and, getting asset protection and estate tax planning and so on. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could be done. Um, but on the compliance side, it is very important that you're 110% compliant.
Mm.
'Cause that's where you get hit with, like, penalties from the IRS and, it could go down a rabbit hole of just unpleasant things that could happen, if you don't play nice with the IRS.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
And would you say that this is, especially while managing cross-border income, since businesses are now becoming global, we are seeing global investments. Uh, so I think it's becoming a real challenge. So, what are some smart accounting or tax strategies that can actually help entrepreneurs keep everything organized and tax efficient?
Um, what are some strategies you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, like tips or strategies.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, so one is, again, I mean, there's something called the Augusta rule. You could rent your house out um to your business if you have meetings there or team events, or like photo shoot if you work in something in that nature. Obviously also reimbursing yourself for like your home office. Generally speaking, if you're a sole proprietor and you're making, your net income is above 50,000, I think it's important to change from a LLC to an S corp to save on like social security taxes. Um, Employing your kids, right? I mean, if your kids obviously are, actually doing work,